trust. Been taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with leash. Where's the love in the streets? For my heart.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington Commanders taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise. To be kind, they accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count?
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Albert Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
They'll run with Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run with Gibson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's caught, Smith.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. (14-7). So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Wentz going to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is taken, and he loses the football the second time. Sheds off the tackle inside the 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away from the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of not. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen is complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Chase Young, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Cousins now. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll see an incomplete pass. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. The stop made there by Chandon Sullivan.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A give to Gibson running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gibson again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing back-to-back weeks? Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. the teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Cousins throw complete to his receiver Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. To throw, Cousins. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 3 yards remain for second down. Play action now, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, Dalvin Cook. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Wentz to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Here's Cousins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a wing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Commanders, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4.